breaking news and tell you that Tifnubu and this gang have arrested 1,000 terrorists because I have the evidence now. Or Tifnubu and his gang have built this, or they are building this special Guantanamo Bay prison inside the Sambisa forest, the ground zero. And that is where they're going to execute all those terrorist cuts. So those who are going to run away should begin to run because they have already caught some of their leaders, and you will see them like this, cut them. And they will be grateful that they are even like killed than to be caught, to be caught alive. People like me will say it now, say, they are doing it too. Because you can't hide something that ordinarily affects human lives. This one that they are killing everyone, right? If that killing stops, if nobody doesn't need anybody's kind of endorsement or whatever, people themselves, you will know, even the critics will know, everybody will know that we used to see something like this. So, but APC came, they normalized us seeing terrorists, cutting people's heads off, shooting them at close range, executing them, capturing women, children, displaying them, capturing Nigerians, torturing them on camera. They made all of that normal to us. And I don't know how many of you will remember the first video of the Chibok girls. They kidnapped them, right? About Chibok girls, when the news was like Chibok girls, the first video where Alhaji Shekau presented all these girls, over 200 of them. Shock gather everybody. Like say, what? So it's real. How did he manage to get all those girls? You remember that video? It's one of the most viewed videos of terrorists in the world. The Chibok girls. When they dressed all those girls were in their school uniforms, right? Those purple dress, right? And the hijab. They put hijab on all of them. Even people will like Jonathan that time, leave a court. Like, man, this one don't make sense. How did this even happen? But today, we see videos of people, mass kidnappings, people being tortured, people being shot by terrorists, making videos, posting them online. And people just look at them and just gasp. Hey. Remove that. I don't like that. But how come you so they are no longer angry? They're no longer upset anymore. They're like, get used to it. Unnumb everybody. If me can't they talk about this, you go can't they hear somebody go say, Ogbeni Maiyegun, your own self too much, Jare. Shey you be you now from Borno, you come me. Yes, people have told me that. And this Maiyegun own self, you own too much. Ogbeni, the way you they talk, people go think say you now from Borno you come from. Ogbeni, go mind your own business, Jare. That's how people have told me. Because to them, I'm bothering them with too much of this. You get? All these killings and all of that, yeah. So and so I'm boring them. Because that's what APC, that's what they did. They made it more like, don't talk about it. And if you are talking about it, you have to talk about it respectfully. Sure you get. So if it takes America to bring their attention to it, you should embrace it. Because it's a win-win for you. If the terrorists can begin to find no haven in that contraption, in your local government, in your village, your community, and all these places are their targets. They are all over your forest, armed to the teeth. Yeah? So Nigerian government can sweep them out. These are terrorists, whether they are Kanuri, whether they are Hausa, whether they are Fulani, whether they are Yoruba, whether they are Igbo, whether they are anything, right? If they are terrorists, it is the job of government to protect all of us. But because the government is the terrorist, they are the ones harming those who are causing all of this and protecting some while they are shielding others as well. And they continue to give you the false hope that they are working to. I mean, come on. We'll leave that one for a second. There's a woman that is trying to tell everybody that the problem around 2026, so that there's going to be a problem. And in our own view, this is why. Some of you are not paying attention yet. So 2026 is like, as you are preparing, you should also know that there is going to be wahala. Because, madam.
See, I want to do this video as a contribution. As all of us keep quiet, January goes soon come. All of us suppose dey put mouth for this matter. For abroad, when people dey pay tax, then they give them free health care, then they give them free education. Now this thief government, Tumpulu government, they want to start collecting my hard-earned money. I enter my house by 11 yesterday. As I dey hold up, na 11 o'clock I go hustle. Na 11 I enter house. By January now, these wicked people go come say dem go collect 20%, abi how many percent as tax, and all of us keep quiet. I swear, if they collect this my money while they sweat every day, and they no do road, and they no do bring out policy wey go give us free health, e shop na only God na go punish. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
I mean, she made a lot of sense, right? Because according to her, all over the world where people pay taxes that they are trying to make normal now, right? They get to see the benefits. So as they are telling everybody that you are going to pay more taxes, so and some of you will not pay, but some of you will pay more, and the blah. If they should take our money and they no do road, they no bring policy that will help our life, there is going to be a problem. That's what she said. And that's what you should be thinking too. I mean, for the first time in a long time, if they are preaching that you need to pay taxes, which is your right, your civic responsibility, here you get now, as long as you are earning income based on these tax thresholds, right? It is also your responsibility, right, to demand accountability. These are the guys who they don't have any fiber of accountability in them. So it's going to be a little bit hard for youths also who have been so docile, even though you have been paying taxes, they've been squeezing you all left, right, and center, and undefined taxes. So this time they want you to be interested in it, which is good. So you should be more than just interested. You should be demanding accountability. So that too, is something to look forward to, I bet you, right? Now, here is the PDP. They are pretty much in trouble right now, okay? So the national convention they want to do in Ibadan, so they had to cancel it because there's a court judgment, high court judgment that said they shouldn't do it. So and they believe that it's with the weakest faction doing that. So what did they do? They announced the sack of this man. These are with the weakest men, by the way. The guy, Anyanwu, that's the first one. Anyanwu is the national secretary. The one on the far right, here you get the one next to my cap. So then you have Kamaldeen Ajibade, national legal advisor. That's the one that is next to it. So yeah, to him rather. So the one, and that's the one with the red Yoruba hat like that, right? So the one with the red cap, okay, I'm sorry, the black cap rather. That one is Umar Bature, National Organizing Secretary, PDP. So you see that one that is in red on the red cap, that Igbo shifting cap like that, So that one is Okechukwu Onoha, Deputy National Legal Advisor of PDP. So they believe that these men are with the weakest men. So, and they are those who are making it impossible for PDP to organize their own convention so that they could choose their own leaders for the next 4 years. So they couldn't take it anymore. Okay. So they announced their suspension from the party for anti-party. There's something happened after that. Have you liked the broadcast yet? I just want to remind you, okay? So please like the broadcast if you haven't already. Just and then watch this.
You will recall that on August 8, 2025, the party issued a reprimand to members over anti-party activities of NSF. And so, from then to now, the party revealed that there were some members, or many members of the party, and the NWC gives some decisions today. For all of those anti-party activities that are contained in the constitution of the party, and so those again were reviewed, this is the activity of those individuals that we mentioned shortly. So, what we have identified majorly as part of constituting the offenses under the Constitution Act, anybody who commits any breach of the party's constitutional and of manifesto and says or does anything provided in the Constitution under Section 58, any member who says or does anything likely to bring the party into disrepute, hatred, or contempt, disobeys or neglects to carry out lawful directives of the party or any organ or officer of the party. And again, which is important, engages in any conduct likely to cause disaffection among members of the party or is likely to disrupt the peaceful, lawful, and efficient conduct of the business of the party. So the NWC considered this with other actions in line with the concern of the party and came to the following decision. Number one, the National Legal Advisor, Kamal Atuari SN, suspended for 30 days and is referred to the National Disciplinary Committee of the party. Number two, the Deputy National Legal Advisor, Barrister Okechukwu Usoha, was suspended for 30 days in line with the Constitution and referred to the National Disciplinary Committee as may be necessary. During the period of suspension, they ceased to function in their respective capacities. Second, the National Organizing Secretary, Honorable Omar Bature, suspended for 1 month and referred to the National Disciplinary Committee. Third, the National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, suspended for 1 month and referred to the National Disciplinary Committee. With the case of the National Secretary pursuant to Section 36(2) of the Constitution, as amended in 2017, the Deputy National Secretary, Honorable Architect Sitendo Sitonji Koshedo, shall act as the National Secretary. And in the case of the Legal Advisor, the National Legal Advisor, and the Deputy Legal Advisor, the National Director of Legal Services has been empowered and directed to oversee the activity of the department during the period of suspension. I thank you very much for coming and we appreciate your time. Thank you.
70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Is that you?
So, in return, these men have now announced the suspension of Damagon, the guy that announced their own suspension, National Vice Chairman and the rest, they have now suspended. So it's like suspension, counter suspension right now. Coup, counter coup. Big Bokwari said, coup, counter coup. He said, Bokwari, please, could you please tell us about yourself? And this is a little digression, okay? I'm coming back to, what do you call it, to PDP. So they asked Bokwari, they said, could you please, Mr. President, could you please tell us about yourself, Nigerians about yourself? Some said that Bokwari is a military, it's a soldier, he says this or that. So Bokwari was now talking about himself. He said, You know, I was born in Daura, from Daura, the Nigeria Army, from Nigeria Army, then we have the coup, counter coup. And I was like, what the heck is he talking about? Yeah. But anyway, PDP currently is suffering from a suspension, counter suspension. So we can practically say PDP has no official right now. It's like two factions. This one suspended this. This one suspended this. Suspension, cancel suspension. So right now, PDP has no official. So they would have to continue that battle. After they finally probably push one, because they will need to push their names through INEC, Tinubu's INEC. And once INEC says, we recognize this faction, it's game over. That is where the PDP is headed as we speak. And everything is working in the interest of a Ekolu. That's why some are saying that to get yourself out of this mess, it's likely not going to be through elections. Yeah. It's likely not going to be through elections. Because those you likely want to replace them with are also the internally displaced politicians, IDPs. Yeah. Who are also contributory to, or partly contributory to what you are facing. So it's like from frying pan to fire. I don't know. So the only thing is to get the entire establishment, the entire system, cancelled and start again. I know. They're like, how are we going to do that then? It will not be everything person go to use mouth talk like that. This is public. Even Callu will tell you that with the way things work in social media now.
I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please, forget it.
Forget it. Yeah. And my children, one of the children is Sheyi. The ones that probably will read it and say, this one said, I said, forget it. He was spotted with someone who was in like, that one was actually calling Sheyi Tinubu president, I think, or Abi Ujumini.
He's coming to change Nigeria, to bring the glory of Nigeria. We appreciate all his effort. This is the best president so far. We are very proud of him. We are very proud of him. He has changed our story. See the young here. You know the day when we get here. I see on Monday we come out the way we did.
Yeah, that's the song. When my children read it. And crazy things they happen, right? There is a candidate, a governorship candidate in Anambra. I don't know his name, okay? So he's one of the governorship candidates in Anambra, and he said he's the nigger, something like that. So, quite funny.
I've just seen one of your posters where you say, rise with the nigger. Who is the nigger?
Yes.
Are you the nigger? What does that mean?
I am a nigger.
What does that mean? Chief, I've just seen one of your.
He just came back from the US. So the two of them are running for the position, for the post of a governor and deputy governor. So, Ozo Chief, Ezechukwu, Wike for Governor Anambra, and LV Sobi for deputy governor. They are running under the party called Action Alliance, AA. Rise with the nigger. There's nothing you won't see in that contraption, by the way. So, yeah. Let's leave that. And give me a cycle. So the next thing right here is the story. In fact, I actually needed to share with us the other part of the opposition, because it's not just PDP, they have the coalition guys too. So Bolaji Abdullahi, who is the spokesperson for the coalitionists, right? He was on Daily Trust, their media part, yesterday, right? And he had this to say. Let's add it to the convo.
Can the president honestly